everybody. Happy Friday. Sorry, I'm having like a crazy hair day after coming back from Mount Vernon, and it was raining over there, and then it was windy, and so my hair is just like, this is what it does. So anyway, when you drive on the road, I don't know if you're like me, but my dogs are happy that I'm home, so they're not letting me out of their sight. So I'm not trying to make out with you. And my cats are fighting. Knock it off! The joys of doing a live video with all your pets running around the house, right? Anyway, so I don't know if you're like me, but when I am driving and I'm on the road, especially if I'm traveling by myself like I was on this trip, it gives you a lot of time to just kind of think, you know, random thoughts pop in your head, or like for me, I listen to my podcast and then that spawns a lot of thoughts. And so this time I was listening to Gary Vaynerchuk podcast, and if you don't know who he is, he's like a powerhouse of an entrepreneur. And for whatever reason, it kind of just made me think about when I was in my 20s, and now that I'm in my mid 30s, entering now my late 30s, and like the amount of self-confidence that I have now, I think about if I would have had this level of confidence when I was in my 20s, like, holy shit, I could have been unstoppable. Not that I am not unstoppable now, but I do have a lot more responsibilities than I did in my 20s. And I just think about too, like, even now, like if Gary and I were to get divorced, my self-confidence, even like, I think he was talking about dating. I think that's where it came from. And I remember in my 20s, I was a lot heavier, and I was a lot more insecure. And I remember once I thought this guy was attractive. He was my friend's neighbor, and it took me a long time, but I finally worked up the nerve to just like ask him for his number and if he wanted to get coffee or whatever. And I mean, he was polite enough to give me his number, and he was nice, but I remember calling and leaving a message, and don't hear back. And it may have been because he was gay. It may have been because he was just unattracted to me, or not attracted to me. It may have been just because I maybe even didn't come off very confident, and maybe I wasn't as attractive then either because I was heavier. You know, that's a reality for some people. They're just not attracted to heavier people. But I know, like, now, if like Gary and I were to split up, and eventually, it would take a long time, but eventually get back into the dating pool, like, one, that would suck. I don't have the energy to want to date, but I just know that I have the confidence now that, like, if I saw a guy that I felt was worth my time, and was attracted to and all that kind of stuff, I really don't feel like I would have an issue just talking to him and saying, hey, you know, like, let's go out, or let's go on a date, or can we do whatever, you know, like, I feel like some of it, I'll be honest, some of it comes from the weight loss, because I feel better about myself. I feel more comfortable in my skin, more so than I feel skinny. But also, like, knowing some of the things that I've accomplished, investing so much time in my personal growth, my personal development, realizing the value. I know now, more so than I did in my 20s, that I am a fucking catch. And it's kind of funny to say this as a married woman, because, you know, I'm not trying to put myself out there. And I would like to think that Gary thinks that I'm a catch. But now I feel that. I know that if I were single, I know that I have a lot to offer, and I know that I have a lot of value that I can add into someone else's life. And right, of course, in my life now, I hope that I'm adding that into Gary's life. But I wish that I had this level of confidence when I was in my 20s. And not even so much because, or even my early or late teens, like 18, 19, 20, like from 18 to 21 or 2 before I met Gary, you know, when I was dating, and it was like sort of dating because I didn't have the confidence or whatever. And so just, I love my life, and I love the way that I feel, and I love the way that I feel about myself. And I love the way that I think about myself. And when I talk to other women and they don't love themselves, they don't love the way they feel, they don't love the way they feel or think about themselves, it breaks my heart, because one, it instantly flashes me back to the days when I felt the same way. But it also breaks my heart because I can see value in them, and I can see their worth. And it hurts me that they don't see that in themselves. So although I cannot go back in time and build that confidence into my younger self. What I can do now and what I try to do now, one of my missions as a health and fitness coach and one of my missions with Hustle to Muscle Fitness is that I help other women and help other people. It's primarily women, I'll be honest. But I help other women find their inner strength, find their inner confidence. And for me, a lot of it has come from the health and fitness journey. But again, not just because of the weight loss, but now I know that my body can do so much more than I ever thought possible. You know, I thought I was strong in high school because I was doing advanced PE and I was doing weight training classes and I was in all sports all year round. And my eating was shitty. It was a teenager, like fast food and chips and stuff. But, I thought I was doing pretty great then. But now, as a 35, almost 36-year-old woman, I'm in better shape than I was in high school. I can do far more than I could in high school and in my 20s and in college. And so I have a sense of pride and confidence from knowing that not just what I can do, but also knowing that I have the mental fortitude and the inner desire and confidence to at least try new things, to try new challenges, and to know that there's a good chance that I will probably be able to do it. And if not, I also know that I'm probably going to keep working on it until I get it. But I also know that if it's something I try or even try a few times and I just can't get it, I'm not going to beat myself up over. It doesn't make me a failure. It just means like that one particular thing, I just may not be good at it. Like I'm not destined to play in the WNBA, even though when I was 17, maybe I thought I was supposed to, or a WWE wrestler. Of course, back then, I thought it was a lot cooler to be a WWE wrestler. Now, I would not want to be out there trying to wrestle in high heels and a fucking thong. Like, are you kidding me? No. When you make the men do that, then we'll talk. But anyway, that's a different soapbox. So, I am so happy on the journey that I've been, even as long and hard as it was, that I've been able to come out sort of on the other side. And I'm not perfect. I certainly have my moments still of self-doubt. I still have my moments of where now I'm getting older, so I have different insecurities. Like, oh my God, I've got all these white hairs, and oh my God, I got all these wrinkles and dark spots, and wow, I'm really starting to show my age. And I mean, that's all me. Gary's like, you look fine, you look the same, like, or you look younger than you did before, or whatever. So I still have insecurities, but that inner voice is a lot quieter than it ever used to be. And so I'm trying to hopefully help other women do the same thing, to kind of, it doesn't really ever go away, but at least you can quiet that inner voice and take control over it and be more confident and feel better about yourself, feel more comfortable in your skin. And so that's my mission. That is my mission with this team, with Hustle to Muscle Fitness, with this business of health and fitness coaching, and, hustling with heart and passion and showing that desire to other people and showing other women how to do the same, and that it does take work and it's never perfect and it's certainly not always easy, but it's always worth it. So just know that I will believe in you probably long before some of you will believe in yourselves. So you are worth it. I know you are. I hope that eventually, if you don't now, you will see that you are worth it too. You are worth the effort to try and change and improve your life or improve your health or whatever it is that you want to do. So all right, I think I've ranted on long enough. This is probably, it's almost 10 minutes longer than I meant to. So it's Friday. Go out and enjoy your evening. Enjoy your weekend. If you celebrate Easter, happy Easter on Sunday. And I will talk to you all again soon. I'll probably consider this also my daily moment of gratitude, because I am thankful for all of you that tune in either week after week or every night for the gratitude, or just check into this page. And I'm certainly grateful for all of you who have newly come to this page. I hope that this will provide some value in your life. And if there are ever things that you want me to talk about, post about, share, teach, whatever, I'm happy to do it. Just say the word. So have a great night, a great weekend, and I will talk to you all soon. Actually tomorrow for probably a team shout out. So take care.